Hey, everybody, welcome to the Fishing Family Network, FFN. You are watching LKM Coast to Coast with Monster Hunter.
Yes, I am. I'm right here. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to figure out the widgets here so that I can look so professional. And we're here today. We have a very special guest on our first episode of LKM Coast to Coast. We have Brandi, who is Fishing Stripes on Twitter and Fishing Stripes on YouTube. How you doing, Brandi?
Doing all right. How are you guys?
Excellent, excellent. We have an exciting show today. It's our first, so it's going to be a little blocky. So I know you folks that are watching right now, you're going to have a lot of technical difficulties because I'm learning the program, Frank's learning the program, but we're getting it together, all right? We're getting it together. So just bear with us as we go through our first episode of LKM Coast to Coast. All right.
I think I got it set up on my end. I think. I could be wrong. You never know with me.
Let's see if we can get a widget up for you. But for some reason, it's just not going to connect to your video feed. So everybody is just going to have to read my little video feed.
My lips. No new taxes.
No new taxes. So how's it going out there on the West Coast there, Frank? All right? How you been?
Oh, man, it's been crazy out here. The weather's been horrible. The nights have been getting down into the low 50s. The days are not too bad in the sun, mid 70s. I'm sure everybody's jealous. Yeah, the weather's nice. The taxes suck. And welcome to California, Sonny.
Hey, absolutely, absolutely. So our first, what am I doing here? All right. Our first little bit, we're going to do some live giveaways. I'm going to try to bring up the chat actually so that I could take some questions. We could take some people. We could do. I'm not sure if you have that gift wheel as well, Frank. If you could try to get that up before the end of the program, we'll do some giveaways as well today.
We'll certainly try to get that up.
Let me see if I can. And this is all stuff that we should have done in pre-production, but you know what? I'm just not that good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, I got to shut off the volume on my little chat thing so that we don't get any feedback. Remember that? We just don't want to have any bad loop or anything like that.
Welcome, John Klopp. Hey, how you doing? Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Art. Fishing Stripes is on. Look at that. I suppose I could be on too, huh?
Actually, I am. I'm on as the Fishing Family Network. You know what?
Hey, y'all. Look at that. Lizard King Fishing is on there watching tonight too. And how many people do we have here? 6 watching now. Wow, we're crushing it, Sonny.
I tell you,
the viewership is going up.
Our first show is right on. It's on fire right now. It's on fire. I'm sure we're the most streamed.
We're on fire. We're on fire
right now.
Why don't we start? Let's get a few more people in here. So let's start by asking, would you like to be called Brandi, or would you like to be calling Fishing Stripes?
You can just call me Brandi. That's all right.
All right.
All right, Brandi. Let's start with Twitter. All right. Let's just start there. What got you involved in? How long have you been on Twitter? What got you involved? And how did you meet up with some of the people in the fishing family?
Okay, so you would not believe me if I told you, but I started Twitter in December.
In December, really?
December, the beginning of December.
It happens.
To go along with my YouTube channel. And I guess I just talked to the right people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're gaining quite a following on Twitter. Your content's great. I've been watching your videos here on YouTube as well, and I tell you, you got some great editing skills. I'm happy that I'm part of your channel.
Yeah, I do all that from my phone, believe it or not.
Do you really? Oh my God.
Yep, every single bit of it.
Well, that just makes us all look bad because you're doing that from your phone, and I got a computer here, and I still don't know what I'm doing. Which is awesome. Awesome. So you're out in Texas, correct, Brandi?
Yes.
So what are you catching down in Texas? You do, I guess we'll start. Do you do saltwater, freshwater? What are you catching out there? What is your preferred method of fishing?
Well, I love saltwater. I prefer that over freshwater simply because you never know what you're going to catch out in the surf versus freshwater. There's bass, there's, little crappies and all the normal stuff. I want to catch the big stuff, the abnormal stuff. I want to fight, I want something that's going to get a fight.
Absolutely. I love salt myself. I do a lot of saltwater fishing here in Massachusetts. And as you can tell by my little banner there, I'm the very best angler here in the East Coast by far.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I might have to put that to the test.
Right. We'll definitely have to get the salt eventually together. But no, I love saltwater as well. There are certain species that I prefer over most. I like to go for striped bass. I like to go for the bluefish. I like albacore. I like the bluefin tuna and stuff like that. But I tell you, salt water, you toss it out there and you don't know what's coming up because they're all out there together. That's really cool about that.
Exactly. That's why I love it.
Now, Frank, your season's going to be starting soon. I mean, you're in San Diego, so the weather doesn't really get that bad. So you could probably go freshwater fishing anytime you want. But I know in the wintertime it really slows down too.
Yeah, it does. It does. People think California bass is the coup de grace, even though we do hold a lot of the records. Fishing slows down here too. I mean, I can go out and catch some bass. That's not a problem, but it slows down just like the rest of the country. Again, I think I've talked about this. I mostly wintertime is fishing for food. I do a little less bass fishing during the winter. Season has started out here. It's unfortunately I miscalculated and spent too much of my money on our Twitter ventures and the things that we're trying to get set up. And it's not, with the rise in prices in the FLW, it's not looking like I'm going to make it in the FLW this season. So I'm going to fish some stuff locally. And I put together a budget package on a monthly basis to pay for my season next year. Not only that, some of the ventures that you and I are getting into have just taken up an insurmountable amount of time, especially having working any 80 to 100 plus hours a week and having a family. It's hard to really juggle all those things. People keep telling me I don't know how you do it, and honestly, I don't know how we do it. But we are going to be more organized and more strategic, and start pegging some of these things down this year. So it should be a lot of fun. There's still a lot of stuff going on. So look forward to putting content up on FFN. That's going to be all outdoors all the time for folks, and getting people from the fishing family here on FFN.
Oh, sure.
It's going to be awesome. Lots of great things coming up this year, and we'll see what comes to fruition. It's people do not realize how much effort we put into putting anything up, whether it be via Twitter or any other type of social medium. So
absolutely, no, you're 100% right. It takes up a lot of time. I mean, it takes up a lot of effort. But I'm sure you guys are as well. I'm having so much fun on social media. I entertain myself probably 98.5% of the time. The rest of the time, it's not entertaining. I just put it up anyway. But I tell you, I love this stuff. How is it not the greatest community on social media? It just absolutely is.
It is. I agree.
The hunting family, the outdoors family. Everybody's just so much fun. We're all like-minded. We all have pretty much the same humor. I'm a little bit more abrasive than most, but you know what? It's still. This is great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yes.
And we lost Frank, but that's all right. We didn't need him anyway. Thanks so much, Frank, for coming. We appreciate it, and we hope that you can join us again soon. And
I'm sorry, but the Cowboy Coffee Chew, at least that's what his kids are calling him, is currently texting me and you while the show is going on. And I'm going to tell him, why are you not watching the show?
That's exactly what he should be doing, is watching the show. We're going to talk about the barbecue that I had tonight. I had my pork roast with some Cowboy Coffee Chew / Far Out Foods. I forget what it's called, Bucking Barbecue. I tell you, it came out just fantastic. Fantastic. It was very good. So, if John, if you're watching, hopefully you're going to be watching soon. It is great. It's great. And we're going to give some of that away tonight, too.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Why don't you go with another question for Brandi, and let me see if I can get that application up.
Absolutely. Hey, Brandi, talk to us about fishing. Talk to us about the salt. Where's the closest salt to you, and how often you go saltwater fishing?
Okay, so we have a lot of plans this year. Actually, we plan on getting a camper here in the next month or two, so we can spend more time down there. Usually we used to go like at least once a month, but we're planning on going 2 to 3 times a month.
Excellent. Fantastic.
So we're going to increase that, and it takes about either 2 hours to get to Surfside or 5 hours to get to Corpus Christi, just depending on what we want to catch. So half the time I go towards Corpus Christi.
Yeah, a friend of mine from the military was usually down in Corpus Christi. He said the fishing's unbelievable down there.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Excellent. What do you what's your species of choice down there? Is there any big fish in the Gulf Coast? I'm sure there is. I've seen a couple of YouTubes myself. Never fished the Gulf Coast myself.
Well, when I gone to Surfside, we've caught gaff top, we've caught whiting, and we've caught sharks.
Beautiful.
And that's about it. But when we went to Corpus Christi, we caught huge gaff top, huge gaff top, and the whiting were the same size, and we hooked on to 2 sharks while we were there.
Oh wow, nice.
So the fishing's definitely better there than it is on Surfside.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, this segment of LKM Coast to Coast is brought to you by Cowboy Coffee Chew. It is coffee in a pinch. It's delicious. It's non-tobacco. Helps you to quit dipping. It's delicious all in the same time, and it gives you a little punch of energy. How's that prize wheel coming up, Frank?
I have the prize wheel up.
You have the prize wheel up. Shall we?
Oh, where'd it go? No, I lost it.
Disregard. We're not going to anything.
Oh, there it is.
You're not supposed to lose
there it is. I have it. See if I just remember how to share my screen. Should be good. See. Screen share. Application window.
Not working.
Here it is.
And there it is. All right. Set us up, Frank. You
okay.
Full screen with that.
Is it not full screen?
It's not full screen.
How's that?
No, still not full screen. You're trying though.
Oh.
See, we got a lot of bells and whistles to work out. Thank God this first episode is only being watched by 7. It'll be up here for everybody to
6 are watching. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Hard Charger has joined us. Oh, we have Mike Burnside also in there. Welcome, Mike, and welcome, Hard Charger.
And
it looks like we lost Ed. Did we lose Ed? Maybe not.
I'm sure he'll be back up here. I want to give a shout out to Ed because he actually just sent me something today, and I'm so excited about it. He sent me some ribbit lures.
Do we want to spin the prize wheel first? Do you want to figure out?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's come up with a question for our audience that are live here. Okay. And then we can pick a winner, and we'll spin the wheel for them. How's that sound? Do you have a question that you want to ask, Frank?
Sounds good to me.
What's the good question? let's do this. Okay. How about this? All right, we have, and it was just up on the Fishing Family and Twitter. We have, oh no, actually, yeah, the world record largemouth bass came out of what state? World record largemouth bass came out of.
All right, everybody out there, who's watching.
True. Our charger says true. Yes, that's correct.
That's false. True.
Oh, Mike Burnside got it first with Georgia. That is correct, Mike. So Mike wins.
Oh my goodness.
The very first prize on LKM Coast to Coast, which is going to be what, Frank?
Well, let's spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel.
We're spinning the wheel. The wheel is spinning.
It's definitely
Is it spinning?
No.
No.
Well,
It's not spinning.
It didn't spin?
It didn't spin.
Wait, we can't talk, huh? You gotta talk, Frank.
Holy
Bring
cow.
it back up and then spin the damn wheel.
I did. Oh, okay. All right.
It's not spinning live.
Let's spin it. It's spinning over here.
Yep. Well, it keeps on popping up different things, so I guess why don't you just?
Oh, there we go. You know why? Is it the delay?
I don't know.
So
Yeah,
wow, it's that chair is slow, hey?
Yum.
what on earth?
I don't know what's going on. I love this stuff.
All right, that's enough of the prize wheel.
All right.
Are we
So
done with
the
the prize wheel this week?
Just pick something.
All right, let's be done with the prize wheel this week.
This week, the prize wheel is no good. We'll just spin it in our heads.
There you
And,
go.
Okay.
We'll
Do you want me to
pretend-
put it off to the side and spin it?
I tell you what. Why don't you just shove that prize wheel right up? Put it away. I don't know.
All right. I am
love
going to Oh, thank God I'm unsharing. Boy, this thing is slow.
All right.
Oh, that was
All
great.
right.
See,
Well,
eyeball.
that was a fun test of your local broadcast system.
That sure was. That was fantastic. Thank you so
Good
much
Lord.
for that. We don't know what you won, Mike, because Frank's not telling us what you won, but I'm sure you won something. What's he win? Just tell us what he wins.
What does Mike Burnside win?
He wins.
Mike Burnside, I have spun the prize wheel, and you have won yourself some Yum Baits.
I love it.
These Yum Baits are Yum 5 dingers, and there is 2, 4, 6, 8 in a bag.
Fantastic.
And, these are the June bug color. Everybody has to have some themselves Yum dingers. Congratulations, Mike Burnside. You've won yourself some Young Dingers.
And you've won
All
2
right.
cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. 2 cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew and some Yum Dingers, because we got to throw Cowboy Coffee Chew in every single prize.
All right, congratulations, Mike Burnside. 2 cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew and yourself some Young Dingers. Congratulations, Mike.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Congrats, Mike.
Right. Well, this is really going well. I wish we had a script or some content to see. We should have kept
God's
a little
sake,
bit more
Martha,
prepared, don't you
you
think?
know, we agreed that you were going to moderate this particular.
I'm not that smart.
Did we not?
Yeah,
Did we?
pretty sure.
All right. Well, Brandi, Fishing
Yeah.
Stripes. How did you get your YouTube channel started?
Started it?
Well, that was a great.
Nice.
No, okay.
For our listeners out there who aren't subscribed to Fishing Stripes, is it called?
Yes, it is. 50 Stripes. Actually, there's a story.
So
behind-
everybody go over to Fishing Stripes on YouTube.
Hit that, smash that subscribe button. You'll see
Yes.
great content over there.
Y'all won't be disappointed.
You won't be disappointed.
Nope.
Unlike this live feed. You won't be disappointed with her channel, but this channel you might be a little bit disappointed with.
No, definitely not. This is great.
So, Brandi from Fishing Stripes, go on over to Fishing Stripes on YouTube and go ahead and subscribe to her channel. Why don't you, for the people out there who haven't seen Fishing Stripes, describe your channel, what your goals are on that channel, and what they're likely to see over on Fishing Stripes on YouTube.
All right, so basically my goal or my plan behind my whole channel is to basically show people that have disabilities that if they want to do something, no matter what people tell them, they can do it. I had so many people tell me I could not do it either because of my condition or I just wouldn't be able to do it because of the kids. And I think I'm proving them wrong, man.
Absolutely.
I think I'm proving them wrong. But that's what I do. I prove people wrong. That's what I do.
Just turn your volume up so everybody can hear you. All right.
That's the whole story behind that. But our plan is to get to the surf a lot more. And I'm going to be doing some challenges. I'm going to be doing People's Choice of the Month challenges. So I will give everybody opportunity each month to give me a challenge. That's the one thing I'm going to start doing. I'm pretty excited about that one.
I like that. I'm going to check.
So, fishing challenges is what you're talking about?
Yeah. Or anything that's fun or, you know, interesting.
Do you have an address or a PO box up there on Fishing Stripes on YouTube in order for people to say send you lure challenges, other challenges like that, where they can contact you on Fishing Stripes?
Not yet, but I can get that set up as soon. Well, yeah, as soon as we get off here, I can get that set up.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'd just something I've seen with other people who do lure challenges. They set themselves up a PO box. I've PO box myself for when I get something on YouTube, and then you could put that right in your description. People can send you stuff, and they can request challenges. So they see you fishing with different types of lure setups, different types of rigging setups, maybe even a pink crankbait challenge.
Oh, now you never know what that pink crankbait. I've never lost. Aldo.
Monster and I have a friend. His name is Aldo Rosado. If anybody's watching out there, Aldo Rosado is periodically he's a busy man, so he's on Twitter here from time to time again. But he was a maybe Monster can tell you the story a little bit. But
well, I tell you, Aldo Rosado is legendary. He is a legendary angler, and I tell you, he was from a very young age. Aldo was he's a prodigy. He's an angling prodigy, and he's never lost a tournament. Yeah, I tell you, this guy is unbelievable. And if you use the pink crankbait, this is what he fishes, and he exclusively fishes the pink crankbait, which we're going to be giving one of these away tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, exclusively.
Yeah, he talked to KVD right before the Classic, and that was KVD was a little down. He just wasn't sure how he was going to win the Classic, and he told them about the pink crankbait, and KVD used that pink crankbait during the Classic and won. So Aldo has sent over some of those, and they're going to be signed by Aldo. We're going to be giving one away tonight, and there's going to be some Aldo for sale eventually. We've talked to him, and he's considered putting up some of those baits for the fishing family.
Yep, and if you don't know where to fish, you fish where you cast where the fish ain't, and that is the gold. And now you have the gold also. That is the gold. All right, so
and I believe Aldo was interested in giving other people the gold. Am I correct?
Oh yes. You want the gold, you will have the gold also.
There's going to be, I believe, some exclusive baits that Aldo is going to be putting out also. And do you have the gold?
I have the gold also. So the pink crankbait.
So you too can own the gold.
You too will have the gold also. Beautiful.
Nice.
Aldo. And if Aldo ever sees this video, I hope he directs message me and we can get him.
Yeah, I'm really interested. Perhaps we can talk to Aldo and have Aldo on one day. So I'd love to have him as a guest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'd love to have him as a guest. We're getting text messages.
Cowboy Coffee Chew guy.
At least that's what his kids call him. So let's discuss a little bit about what's going on Twitter land. You know, that's where we all know each other for the most part from, is Twitter.
There's a lot going on Twitter.
It is.
Yeah, what do you now that you've been on since December and gotten a little bit of flavor of the myriad of excuse me, the myriad of personalities on Twitter, or as I like to call them, my colorful crazies. What do you love most about the fishing family?
I have to say everything. Every single thing. The atmosphere, the way people are, how everyone is so nice and giving me advice and all that. I am so thankful I found y'all.
Yeah, it's a great community, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
I joined the fishing family community back in July of last year. And I tell you, everybody's just so warm, inviting. There's just very positive vibes. You know, everybody's just so positive on there. Everybody's helping each other out. You ask a question, you get 1,000 answers. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. And everybody's so like-minded that I started this segment called "I Only Speak in Truths." It's because I was getting inundated with those bots, the robot people trying to get Amazon gift cards from a foreign country, but they pretend they're right down the street. I started that "I Only Speak in Truth" segment, and I tell you, I thought it was just going to be for me because I was just messing with people because I got really tired of all of the, the direct messages from these fake people. And I decided one day, I was like, I'm having so much fun with it. I thought I'd put it up on Twitter, and I thought I'd make it public, a couple of these things. And I tell you, I got more positive feedback from that I really didn't expect. So I could definitely tell you that everybody on Twitter has pretty much got my personality and it understands my humor, which is very difficult at times, especially, my wife doesn't like it all that much, but.
And y'all were scared that I wouldn't get it.
Right?
Run me off. Y'all are wrong.
Right? I know. I love it. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Can you see what my shirt says?
Warning. Oh, yeah, look at that. I love it.
Warning. Humor.
My sense of humor may hurt your feelings. Not here. But it definitely is a good time with everybody on Twitter.
Oh, you know how I showed y'all those leaders earlier, right? Well, my husband told me that it's 400 pounds. 400 pound test on it. And this little part right here is the little fish finder thing that's on it. I don't know if y'all can see it. It keeps going back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's I got 2 different size hooks here. He went and got the other one for me. Just to give y'all a little taste.
Gonna catch a megalodon with that thing. Jesus.
Those are the 2 different size hooks.
Love it.
So, yeah, I'm excited to test these out, man.
You gonna get them wet this summer or what?
Well, actually, I'm hoping to start going once spring hits. Once the weather's good, we're going. We're set. Nice.
Excellent.
Well, I'm excited. We're actually there's a kid fish at our local Fort Boggy this Saturday, and that I'm taking 2 or 3 of our kids to. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Excellent. Jeez. Fantastic. Trying to mute my phone. I got people.
Yeah, I was trying to help him, so
Um,
I sent a picture of what it should look like that he.
yeah, I'm going to go over to Twitter right now and just tell everybody we're live as well, just so we have a.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you've done that yet.
You want me to do a live Periscope while we're on?
That's a great idea.
So, Brandi, you've been on now since December. You have I don't know, about a half a dozen videos up or so, I think, on your YouTube.
I think I have about, I want to say 8 or 9. I think I have
8 or
about
9.
3 fishing videos, and the other videos are kind of random. I did a little video about my grandpa's John boat, and about our antique rods and reels that we have in there. I plan on doing another video because we're adding to our collection very soon. So that's about it. Oh, and I started the husband challenge series, which I need to put another episode up. That was fun.
Husband challenge series. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, the first episode was he's been wanting me to play Stone Keep for the longest time. It's a PC game, and I finally agreed to it. He's like, play it for 5 minutes. You're gonna fall in love with it. You're just gonna love it. Just play it. So I gave in, and I made a video about it. Just episode 1 challenge series, and I think I need to give an update on that one.
Nice. Right. I don't understand, but that works. I'm not technologically savvy at all.
So you just got yourself a John boat. Do you fish freshwater locally? I know you've talked about going to saltwater, Corpus Christi, etc. Do you have any local freshwater lakes around you? Perhaps a place where you take your kids?
Yeah, we take them to Fort Boggy quite often. That's more of a kid-friendly type place. You can have boats on there, but you can't have trolling motors or any kind of motor on the boat.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, it's a little bit safer for them. I also go to the Trinity River. That's pretty local to us. Navasota River, which is the opposite direction, but it's still local. We have Gibbons, Limestone. So there's quite a few places around here to fish, especially freshwater. Yeah. Saltwater, I have to go a ways, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it.
And how are how is your husband and your kids adapting to the fact that your social media standing is growing on a daily basis? I certainly know that it has been a challenge for my family. I'll let Monster speak for himself. Certainly a challenge for my family. As far as at first it was madness because things were moving so fast and the ideas were coming out so fast, and we tried to accomplish. We really thought we were going to accomplish a mountain of things, and as we started to delve into some ideas, we realized there was technology roadblocks, financial roadblocks, time roadblocks, things like that, and so. How is your family adapting, and have you gone through that honeymoon period yet, or are you still in the honeymoon period, or have you transitioned already? I find I've had to transition into spending a little less time on Twitter and a little more time actually trying to broach that new level. If you spend all your time on Twitter, you're not spending any time on learning that new technology or trying to get into that new social media platform. And I think that's what people who are consuming us, I mean, we all consume each other, right? But people who are consuming the people who are taking it to that next level where people just don't necessarily have the time. Have you found any challenges, with your family trying to set things like, more YouTube shows up and things like that?
No, actually, I think they're adapting pretty well. Actually, my 8-year-old, he's my oldest, and he's pretty excited about it. He tells all his friends and everything, so he's pretty excited about it. That his mommy's big on YouTube and everything and on Twitter, so it's really really cute. I love seeing them excited about it. But as for everything else, I mean, we try to get the kids to do as many things outside as possible. So when it comes to going fishing or going to the coast or going camping, which we're going to be doing a lot more of, so that's something that's not really all that new because we're planning on it and the kids love the beach. So it's like a win-win kind of thing. And my youngest is 3, so she's finally getting at that age to where she can kind of do things by herself and all that. So it's a whole lot easier. So it's going on that part, and I think they're adapting pretty well on it. I think they're more excited than I am. I
Awesome.
do videos every time I sit up in the dining room, and they're like, "Mommy, are you doing a video?" And I'm like, "Yes. Can y'all go in there? Watch a show. Can we sit down and watch?" And they'll literally sit down in front of me and watch me record all my videos. So it's really cute.
That's pretty
They
neat.
love it.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah, that's definitely before Sonny gets into this thing, definitely something that as my family went through kind of that initial growth period where it was like Twitter 24/7. I mean, we'd have a weekly sit down about my Twitter habit and me trying to explain to my family that it's going somewhere and that there's going to be things it's going to be beneficial in the future and that these eventually, I don't know if it ever happens eventually, but eventually it was going to be beneficial and there's going to be more things that were going to come out. And
Yeah.
it's just, it was madness. It was sheer madness at first.
Absolutely.
I think both Sonny and my wife, they had lost their mind
Well,
because we
they
had
are not
lost our mind.
Oh, yeah.
they are not alone because I've already had a little bitty tiny issue with it, but it's gotten to where I set my phone down and I'll silence it to where I spend an hour or two doing what I need to do that with no interruptions, spending time with the kids, cooking dinner, whatever I need to do. But for the most part, my husband's really supportive, so he takes the kids to where I can do what I need to and record videos. Sorry about that. My phone is blowing up here.
Not at
Oh, I
all.
hear you.
Actually, Brandi.
Ours are blowing up too. Hey, welcome, Kevin Cottrell.
Yes.
Kevin Cantel. Is it Kevin Cantel?
It's Cantrell, but I think
Is it spelled? I thought it was Cantrell.
Okay, hold on.
Anyhow, that's Will's dad, right?
it is. It's Will's dad.
Yeah. Welcome, Will's dad, to the show. And also, I was just curious, Mike, does Kenzie watch the show with you? Mike Burnside? Just curious. I have a nonprofit that I'm going to be starting eventually, Brandi, involving challenged anglers. So I find that quite interesting. Maybe you could help a little bit with that. Of course, I'm going to need people in other states to help as tournaments go around the country. I'm going to need individuals in individual states to help organize stuff. I wonder if it's something you'd be interested in, but
I'm down. Count me in.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
We got a question from the field here from the viewers. What is going on with that giant chicken egg that you had?
Oh my gosh, that egg. I don't know what was going on with that. We have never seen anything like it. Like when it comes to our eggs, we've gotten big ones, double yolkers, but we have never seen one with the ridges and as big as it is. It was huge.
That poor chicken. Now, do you have a farm? Do you guys have livestock and stuff?
We have about 20, I want to say 23 chickens and a rooster. I do not like that rooster. Evil. He's like, seriously, he's about to go in my pot. Okay, no.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Do you have any other animals other than the chickens?
No, I have friends that have cows and horses down the road, and we have a dog. And of course, I'm getting my little addition soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I think 4 more weeks, so
Yeah. What are you getting for an addition?
I'm getting a little pit mix.
Really?
So, well, you know, I had so many people tell me that I can't go fishing by myself, that I need protection. And I'm like, okay, so I got a dog.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Is it going to be a boy dog? No.
No, it's a girl.
Ah,
It's a girl. No, they're a whole lot easier to handle.
I have a female cattle dog, Australian cattle dog, and she's gone through 2 heat cycles so far. And I have 2 daughters and a wife and a female dog here in the house, and I'm the only male, unfortunately, in the house. So we're looking to breed her out so that I can have a male puppy. And I have been searching pretty hard for her. She's such a good-looking dog, and she's she's fantastic. But once I can't take another heat cycle. It's been really, really crazy.
Yeah. Hmm. But yeah, that's all the animals that we have. I wish we had more. Like I want horses, I want pigs, I want all that stuff. But
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff costs money, so gotta wait on that.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
Frank, let's do one more giveaway. What do you say? I have.
All right. What do you have?
I have a Jack's Lures.
Uh-oh. Where is Jack tonight?
Beautiful Jack's Lures jig.
Have you seen Jack?
All right, skirted jig.
Oh, there's Skipper. I saw Skipper's Periscope. It came across my phone. And so the wife texted him real quick and said, hey, what are you doing? Get over. So now, hello, Skipper. Welcome to the show. Where is Jack? Usually Jack is on here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you see him?
I don't see Jack yet, but I'm sure he'll catch the replay if he's not here now.
Okay. Okay, so what do we have?
Extra.
Well, why don't we hang? Maybe we can get Jack on, and he can, enjoy himself watching his.
Yes.
We're just gonna do it.
We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna give it away.
Gonna do it.
Yep. Let's just
give it away already.
Do it.
All right, let's give it away.
Skirted jig. All right, that's pretty. Look at that.
All right.
Browns and reds.
What do you want to do as far as a way to give it away since our prize wheel is defunct?
Let's do. How many guests do we have? We have 8 right now. Let's do. You want to pick a number 1 through 8? First one to get it gets it.
Well, it could be 1 through 10. It doesn't matter. Some people are going to double up on the numbers, but I'm going to write a number down, and in a second, you all are going to put up a number from 1. I'm actually not going to do it. I'm going to pass it off here, and you're going to write down. The wife's going to write down a number on a pad here. Oh, hold on, everybody. Hold on. Not yet. Not yet.
Not
number
yet.
Written down?
Not yet.
Write a number from 1 to 10. You got one written down? I don't want to see it. Okay. We got a number on the page here written from 1 to 10. Go ahead and tell us a number from 1 to 10. All right. What is this for?
This is
Give us a number from 1 to 10, everybody.
Jack custom jig, brown and red skirted. It is
brown and red skirt jig from Jack's Lures.
Beautiful.
Mike Burnside put up an integer.
Yeah.
No integers, folks.
All right, we have.
All right. Is everybody ready?
6, 7,
2, 3. This is the winner.
Number 5. Mr. Hard
The
Charger.
first 5 was
Mr. Hard
Charger.
2. Congratulations.
Nice.
You get a nice custom Jack's Lures
Hard Charger.
All right, that's what you're getting.
Is Mr. Hard Charger? He's on Twitter, right?
Yes, he is.
Right,
and
perfect.
he's going to receive 2 cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. This stuff is unbelievable. If you haven't tried this yet, you're going to love it. Absolutely love it.
Congratulations, Hard Charger, for winning a Jack's Lure from
Congratulations, man.
Jack's Lures. Everybody knows Jack Van Fleet.
Fantastic
Jack
guy.
is a gracious guy, and he
Really
always
is.
puts stuff up. And congratulations also on winning a couple cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. Everybody loves the Cowboy Coffee Chew guy. At least that's what his kids are calling him. Thank you, Cowboy Coffee Chew, for also sponsoring the show. Brandi from Fishing Stripes. What's your further plans, Brandi, with the YouTube? Have you found a direction yet? I mean, are you actively seeking direction with the challenged angler angle, or are you more interested in more of a lifestyle channel where it's at the whim of what interests you that week? Or
It's kind of a mixture of a couple things. I want to do it as a hobby, but it's actually my therapy, so I got to get out there and do it and exercise, and it's really good and it's relaxing and all that. But then I go more towards I want to show people that just because you have a disability, it shouldn't stop you from doing what you love. So it's kind of a mixture of all that.
mm-hmm. Does your husband and the kids aid in helping your creativity? Do they interject often? Have they got on the bandwagon with thinking in that different sense? Because having started to produce stuff, and we have a lot of video content that we don't have online yet that will be eventually brought out. But being on video, being in the Twitter family and producing things to put up on my Twitter page, it's not what I put up. I'm sure Sonny would agree. What he puts up isn't always necessarily natural. It has to have a certain edge to it for it to be consumable, would you say?
Sometimes it takes me a few tries to actually get something right, or a video, or a kid will be screaming or all of a sudden crying, and I had to stop and redo it. And I know it happens, and sometimes I just leave it alone because I got kids, so they're going to be in there.
Sure.
But I don't want them screaming and crying or having throwing a fit like they usually do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do they give you suggestions? I know you said your son was involved. Do they give you suggestions on ideas for your YouTube channel? Like, hey, mommy, this would be cool.
Actually, I have. My son wants me to play Minecraft. That's what he wants me to do. He wants me to do Minecraft. He wants me to do a few other people that he watches. They do Minecraft and video games, and that's what he wants me to do. And I'm like, but I love video games, but let me get this off the ground first, and we'll see how that pans out.
I would agree. Our son, not so much our daughter. She has a band and she does all kinds of art and stuff. But our son, awesome. he sees YouTube through the eyes of a Twitcher, a person who goes on Twitch, and that's how that's how he sees things. So
that's cool.
Absolutely. So we got another question from Kevin. What is going on with the LKM Cup? When are we starting, and are we fishing with anybody this year? I guess I paraphrased because that wasn't that long of a question, but I figured I'd just throw it all out there.
Where are you getting these questions?
Oh my God, you're not even watching. You're not even checking out the
I'm
chat.
Watching.
It's so important.
I am.
It's the important part.
I don't see that question.
It's all the way down at the bottom.
I don't know what to do with my hands. So yes, to answer the question, we are going to be fishing.
Oh, there it is.
We still don't have a schedule together. It's all due to financing.
Thank you.
Still waiting to get ink on contract for the network, and hopefully they pick up our travel expenses and whatnot. And I see that. Or we got access to a camera crew, but we don't have a budget for travel. So we have the camera crew, we have the editing crew, we have all of them guys. but we don't have a travel budget yet, so we're trying to work out all of the kinks on that. We're hoping to get down to Lancaster, Pennsylvania in March, coming up March 9th. We're still working on we're still working on travel for that as well, but we definitely are going to be fishing with folks this year, and we do have the cup. Actually, I haven't picked it up yet, but we do have the cup, and so we have a tangible trophy, and it's going to happen. We're just not sure exactly when. Hopefully it starts off in March, and then we'll take that schedule through the summer and travel to different states and get people out there and on the water and give everybody the opportunity to fish for the LKM Cup, which would be pretty exciting. We're just at the end game right now. We're just trying to figure out travel and whatnot. But
before everybody goes crazy saying I want to. Eventually it's just going to come down to a limited number of people. It doesn't mean that we don't want everybody to but we're only going to have a limited amount every season that are going to get a chance to get their name etched on that cup. We're going to be traveling. The main goal is to get people traveling and out fishing with each other. And, if you don't get in on the first season, don't worry. You're going to get in on at another time. But don't feel bad. We're not picking favorites or anything this or that. There's just only so much time. There's only so much budget. And there are limitations as to the actual format of the LKM Cup. We are working with other formats for some other tournaments, especially with Cowboy Coffee Chew. We are looking to do a freestyle tournament so that everybody gets in it. It's going to be an online tournament. It's going to run yearly. We're still working on the structure, but it's going to include everything from shore fishing to kayak fishing to canoe fishing, whatever. And it's going to be more of a freestyle format. I believe the Cowboy Coffee Chew guy, at least that's what his kids are calling him, wanted to call it the Cowboy Coffee Chew Coffee Cup.
Yeah, the coffee.
Is that correct?
That's Cowboy Coffee Cup. Yes.
Yeah, and that I believe is going to be a this year is probably going to be a little shorter than normal, but it's going to be a 365-day tournament. So it's going to be a 1-year tournament, maybe 11 months, and ultimately hoping to do a banquet ceremony online. So those who have gotten involved, those who have submitted online, are going to be able to access a live feed of a banquet at the end of the year, and we will, give out awards and trophies and things like that. And if people can make it in person to a personal location, people would be welcome to. I'm sure as the thing grows, we're likely to see that. But it's also going to be accessible for anybody who's entered online, and you may be winning stuff. But due to the fact that it's freestyle, and we also have a great deal of multi-species issues and also regional issues, because somebody who lives in Idaho doesn't have the same shot at landing a massive bass that somebody in Texas does. There are some logistics we are working out, but eventually you're likely to see that freestyle tournament coming up. So there eventually in the future is going to be multiple opportunities for people to fish and fish with us. I think the main point is I don't want anybody losing faith because they didn't get picked to fish this year. There's just logistically there's only so much time. So
yeah, well, I'm going to put up a Marty's Lures custom. What's that right there? All right, can you see that?
Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
All right, that's a beauty.
That's a jerk bait.
That is a jerk bait.
Gorgeous.
All
what
right.
does it say on there?
It says.
Ooh, that's a custom.
That's a
LKF custom.
That sure is a Marty Mac custom swim bait. And it's got the trapper tackle hooks on there. Oh, let me see if I can stop. It's so sharp, I don't want to touch it. All right, we got trapper tackle on there as well. We are going to be giving this away to one lucky viewer right now. Let's see who we got.
Wow.
You want to come up with the question since it's your swim bait? Got the little Lizard King on there. It says lizard. Beautiful.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm not good with questions.
I know you're not good with questions. You know what? Let's do this one. Okay. Thinking.
That's a collectible Lizard King lure, by the way, folks.
That's right. There's only 10 in existence. 10? 8? 8 in existence.
Is there 8 in existence? Yeah.
There will be 8. There is 8 in existence. That means you're only getting 7 when I send them out to you, Frank. So I figured I'd give one away of yours. Let's see. We have 9 people viewing right now live. Let's do this. I am going to pull up a question. Trivia question.
I like Mike Burnside's. He says, what was Monster's last bot's name?
I don't even know. I don't know the answer to that. Question.
That's a tough one.
Let's see. I think her name was Cinnamon, actually. But let's see. Fish trivia.
I like fish trivia.
Oh, all right. This is a good one.
I even prefer fried fish trivia is even better.
Now, you're going to have 4 answers, all right? The first one to give me the correct answer is the winner. Approximately how many species of fish are there worldwide? Approximately how many species of fish are there worldwide? Actually, and the closest one to the actual number wins. How's that? That sound good?
All right, everybody. This is for a Martese lure. This is a collectible lure. It is a Lizard King jerkbait. There's only 8 of them in existence, and you could own and collect a Martese lure.
Knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, trapper tackle.
Those have trapper tackle on those, folks.
Yeah, they definitely do. It just went through my finger.
I don't know if everybody caught the the answers are coming across now.
Approximately how many? I got to get the answer though, because I actually don't know this answer. What did I just do?
It might do some good if you actually know the answer.
Oh, I know the answer. Now I know the answer. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. All right. Those are hard to keep track of. We have
That's Skipper.
936, 22,000, 214,000, 2,014,000. And the answer is. Oh, we're so close. Blue collar fishing. Blue collar fishing's in the house. What's going on, Kelly? Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining.
Oh, what's up, Kelly?
Hi.
He said, "What's up, Frolas?"
Fellas.
Fellas. Oh, for
And then he corrected himself and said, "Fellas."
All right.
What's up, Kelly? How are you?
There are
Great show last night, by the way. Blue Collar Fishing does a live hangout on Sunday nights, everybody.
Yes.
If you want to watch. I believe he had, who do you have on last night?
Oh, God. It was an excellent hangout. It
Dirt
was,
Poor Outdoors he had on last night.
That's what it was,
Yeah, I missed it last night.
Yeah.
I watched it later.
It was excellent. Absolutely excellent. All right.
Yeah, I had to watch the replay
It's-
also. The wife and I were busy with stuff.
I have a winner. Where'd it go?
Do we have a winner yet?
We do.
Well, he said he did.
We do. Congratulations to Mike Burnside. He said 22,000. The actual answer is 27,000 approximate species worldwide.
Congrats, Mike.
So I think he was the
Oh,
closest.
pick somebody already.
1,000. He was. Congratulations, Mike. You're going to get this custom Marty's Mac swim bait. And it's one of 8 in existence. 8 with that color, that logo, and that hashtag on there. Hashtag lizard. Congratulations, Mike. So that's going out to you as well.
Congrats, Mike Burnside.
Awesome.
Racking it up.
Tell you. Madness.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Mama. Gotta get loose for these hangouts. Gotta get loose for the hangouts.
Hey, Brandi.
Yes. I mean,
Do you have a question for anything you're curious about Monster?
Oh, God help us.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm pretty much an open book. I think everybody pretty much knows everything about me at this point. Jesus.
okay, what's the craziest thing you've ever done?
You sure you want to know? Just kidding. Craziest thing I've ever done. Oh, God. That's a tough one. Craziest thing I've ever done.
If you
Legal?
gotta think about it that hard, there's a lot.
Oh, goodness sake. Yeah, the wheels are turning in the head right now. How much do I really want to divulge? Craziest thing I've ever done. My goodness. Well, I guess when I was younger, oh boy. In the military. All right, I got a story. Military story.
Uh-oh.
It was my 21st birthday.
Go.
We're down in Savannah, Georgia, and I'm there with my military buddies, and we go out to a bar with pool tables. So of course we're all drinking. It's my 21st birthday. My buddies are a little bit older than I am, and the ones that weren't had fake IDs. So we're out drinking, and we decided that it was a good idea to gamble on a pool game. And so it was me and my friend from Philadelphia, John Mormello. Love him to death. He was my best friend in the military. Still keep in touch as often as we can. And it was 2 guys, one guy from South Dakota and one guy from California. And so it was me and my buddy from Philadelphia. We were on a team, and it was those 2 guys that were on the other team. And we decided that the winner gets to dictate what the losing team gets for a tattoo, because that's always a smart thing to do, is get something permanent when you're drunk. So we were lucky enough to
I got Marty tattooed right here one night. I tell you,
I saw
tequila.
So we decided that this was a good idea, and so we gambled the pool game, and luckily enough we won. And so we got these 2 guys to get a boot of Italy on their hip that says Italiano forever. Now, neither of them are Italian, but being military guys, they stayed true to their word. They actually got that tattoo of an Italy boot that says Italiano forever on their hip. That was crazy, because if we lost, I would have been Russian or something. I don't know what they would have had me do, but it definitely would have been permanent, and I still have it. But yeah, it was that was the crazy things that we did in the military. There's a whole bunch of other military stories that I can't even tell on Family Network. But
we don't want to ruin our algorithm.
Yeah, not yet. This is the first show.
Not yet.
That was
a save it.
I miss. I had a lot of fun in the military. I did 4 years in the Army, right after high school, and it was some of the best times of my life were in the military with the guys that I served with. I was lucky enough not to be in during wartime. We did a lot of training. I have been overseas a couple times, but it was just for training exercises for the most part. And I love the military. Absolutely love it. A lot of good guys.
Yeah, my cousin's in the military. He's in the Marines.
Yeah, oh, we won't hold that against them, I promise. But yeah, no, I love the Marines. I love the Marines. There's, we all serve. So I mean, every branch thinks they're the best, and we love to give each other grief and whatnot. So I got a lot of good friends from the Marines as well, and I tell you, it's a tough military right now to be in, because when you enlist, you know that you're going, you have the potential of going overseas into conflict, and it takes a whole different kind of mindset to enlist during wartime. And I tell you, these kids that are going in nowadays, my hat's off to them.
That's what my son wants to do. He has been talking about that ever since he was in pre-K. That's what he wants to do. He wants to go off to the Army and serve his country, and I could not be prouder.
Yeah, no, I had enlisted when I was 17. I was still in high school. I had a great recruiter. He said all the right things to make me join, but I was 17, so I had to get parental waiver. And so my mother had to sign a sheet allowing me to go on the delayed entry program. And she cried from the day she signed until the day I got home. But she also, very proud mom to have somebody serve in the military. I followed tradition. My dad was in the military. My grandfather was in the military. My great-grandfather was in the military. All infantry, all Army. And then my grandfather actually went from Army to the Marines, and said that transition wasn't as easy as he thought. You think that because you're in the military and you've gone through basic and you have all this skill that, it transitions easy. But when he went from the Army to the Marines, he said it was a very difficult transition, a lot more structured. I come from I was infantry, and it was tough. It was very difficult to be in the infantry. You're the grunts. You're doing all the walking and the hiking, and you're carrying bags on your back and stuff like that. And you think you're conditioned, but my grandfather said that it was very difficult going from Army to Marines because they're very high speed. Now, I wouldn't tell a Marine that, because you don't want to give them any bigger of a head than they already have. Jeez. But
yeah, I'm guessing. Mr. Hard Charger is probably a Marine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, my uncle just joined.
He did?
Yeah. It's Uncle Bubba. Welcome to the show, Uncle Bubba. Well, he's watching me live now. Well, I mean, you too, but
he's here for you. He's here.
Yeah, Pete Knipp. That's my uncle. He's up in Wisconsin right now. He's been a professional angler for 30 some odd years, 35 years, something like that, maybe 40 years. He's been a professional angler. Wow. He used to be sponsored by Stratos. Yeah, he's even though my dad was the first time I went fishing, I spent most of my knowledge as I started to broach my father's knowledge in fishing. My uncle is the big bass man, and he is pretty much my formidable mentor in bass fishing. So that's who Peter Knipp is up there. Excellent. Hey, Brandi.
Yeah.
I saw, it's kind of funny. We put up a vegetable challenge this week.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't understand why people didn't take to the vegetable challenge. I spent about 5 minutes. I felt like what's his name from Forrest Gump? What was the guy that he
what's his name?
Is his name Bubba? What's his name, Bubba?
Shrimp, lemon shrimp.
Shrimp gumbo. Fried shrimp po' boys. So, we were talking about how nobody was taking to the vegetable challenge. By the way, you're going to love this week's challenge. Sorry that the vegetable challenge didn't interest people. I got a thorough scolding by the Muka man one evening about how people here in the fishing family like fish or they like meat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Eric's not watching. I'm sorry. Moo Cow Man is not watching.
No.
But I can't believe nobody did broccoli with cheese or a Niçoise salad or a homemade chicken Caesar or a vegetable lasagna. There's 1,000,010 things you can do with vegetables, and I just don't understand why nobody took to it. You did, though, and that was awesome. We did have some great entries. So, excuse me. So somebody is going to win. Monster is disincluded. His wife is allowed, but Monster is not allowed. You did a great dish. Did you use Far Out Foods in that?
Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Brandi.
No, because I don't have any yet.
No Far Out Foods.
Oh, I thought you put a. I thought you put up a dish this week.
Oh, I did put up a dish, but I didn't use anything from Far Out Foods in it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. What? So that's a good transition. Perhaps we should give away some Far Out Foods.
Yes.
Who out there watching, Mr. Hard Chargers? Who's out there watching that's interested in a little bit of Far Out Foods tonight? I'll tell you what we're going to do from Far Out Foods, everybody. We want to get some more Far Out Foods in people's hands. Again, every week, starting on, when was it? Wednesdays to Wednesday at midnight. So basically Wednesdays to Mondays. We have a food challenge. It's the Fishing Family Food Challenge. It's sponsored by Cowboy Coffee Chew and Far Out Foods. You do not have to use Far Out Foods in it, but they do sponsor it. We give a challenge every week. You can see it on my Periscope. See it on my channel on Twitter. I pin that to my page, and then anytime from the moment I pin it until actually it'd be tonight at midnight would be your final entry. And then we give away stuff each week. All you have to do is take a picture of what you're submitting for the challenge. Make sure you take a little piece of paper and put your little tagline, your Twitter tagline next to it, and post that picture in the comments of the pinned Periscope video. And we give away stuff every week. So let's give away some Far Out Foods. What do you say?
That's a good
What
idea.
we're going to do, we are going to, and I know Brandi would be interested in some Far Out Foods. So, but you are not, because you are a guest. You can't win tonight. But everybody else out there, 9 people watching out there, could have an opportunity to win this.
Which is
any large bag. Large bag. This is 6 ounces. 6 ounces. 6 ounces of Far Out Foods. This is made with love and integrity from the Far Out Foods family. They don't want to admit it, but this stuff is actually good for you. They try to stay low on the sodium. They don't put any anti-caking agents or anything in there. This is all fresh all the time. And I am willing to stake my reputation on this stuff. Would you be willing to stake your reputation, Sonny?
Absolutely. My reputation is
this stuff is
perfect for this.
This stuff is absolutely incredible. I use Far Out Foods all the time. So we're going to give away a large bag. We're going to give we have a couple things from the laboratories of Far Out Foods that are going to be coming out. We have some collaborations. One, we'll give out, also with that large bag, we'll give out something that's not on the market yet. This is Hot Cajun Sprinkle. And also we have is that the steak seasoning, the Buck and Barbecue steak seasoning. Also, we have some samples of that we'll go ahead and give out. And then, of course, to that, we'll add a couple cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. So if you want to win a large bag of Far Out Foods and a sample of the new steak seasoning that is not on the market, or the Hot Cajun Sprinkle that is not on the market yet, and a couple cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew, I have a number that I wrote down that is from 1 to 10. Go ahead and start putting numbers up That is from 1 to 10, and we'll run that for a couple of seconds, and then the first person to get that number is going to win themselves the Far Out Foods and Cowboy Coffee Chew Challenge of the night.
Okay, and then I have a great trivia question.
So we have the numbers coming in, everybody. Numbers coming in. We got. Oh, wow. I see a winner already, everybody. Here is the number written down by the wife, and it is
7. And number 7 is
7, ladies and gentlemen. Who's the first number 7?
Ed Seiler.
Ed Seiler. Congratulations, Ed Seiler. You won yourself a large bag of Far Out Foods, anything of your choice, a large bag that's 6 ounces of Far Out Foods coming to you. Also, some sample bags of the Hot Cajun Sprinkle and sample bags of the Buckin. They haven't officially named it, but it's a steak seasoning. I believe it's going to be called the Buckin Barbecue or the Buckin Steak Seasoning. They haven't totally come out with it. And also, Ed Seiler, you're going to get yourself a couple cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. Also, I have to mention something, and Cowboy Coffee Chew. I have to mention to you all, I actually have a spice coming out of my own. What? I don't know if anybody's heard of tahine. Have you ever heard of tahine?
Tahine.
Yeah, no. So it's basically a lime chili seasoning. And we had some being made right now, and yeah, I know the wife is laughing right here. Or the wife is laughing over here. So we're having a lime chili seasoning come out right now. Basically, in the South and the Southwest, I should say Texas and Western. So Texas, Arizona, Southern California, we have a seasoning that we use a lot. We use it on fruit, and we also use it on, say, fish. My uncle's making jokes up there. Yeah, you're awesome. I have a lime chili seasoning coming out also too. So we're gonna be making. I'm in the testing phases of that. I actually should have some at my doorstep tomorrow. I'll cook a couple dishes with it and see if it's up to snuff. But absolutely incredible seasoning that people are going to be interested in using. Be great on all those saltwater fish, Brandi, shark, bream, any of the snappers. We have yellowtail. It'd be good on tuna. So that's going to be something that's being interesting for everybody to look for coming out. And perhaps we'll give some away and let people trial it before it also goes on the market. But lime chili is delicious because it's great on corn too. The wife is doing this in the background, yeah. As if it was a Mickey Mouse cartoon. You know, we hit the return button over here.
It's so difficult when people are behind you trying to tell you what to do.
Tell me about it. When they first walked in the door, they were standing about 1 foot that way for like a half an hour, and I'm like, oh, come on, please.
Breathing on you. I love it.
Yeah. So look forward to that lime chili seasoning. I don't know what we're going to call it. Lizard lime chili seasoning or something. But we'll go ahead and get some of that up there in the future, and we'll definitely send. You're not going to go away empty tonight, Fishing Stripes. When I get that lime chili seasoning, I'll send you some too. So look forward to that, everybody. There's also a couple other things that we're working with Cowboy Coffee Chew on. We talked about a shore lunch, right? I think lizard shore lunch. Yep. And what was the monster one we were talking about?
Monster meat. I like meat.
The monster meat.
The monster meat seasoning or game seasoning or something like that. We are working.
And there was a collaboration. They've haven't quite got on the market. I'm also testing it. That was the breakfast sausage seasoning, right?
Oh, goodness, it's so good.
Ooh,
have you tried that yet?
I have. I don't want to tell everybody about it because I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. No, I tried it. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's not on the market yet, and it's basically the first test as to Far Out Foods putting out sausage seasonings. I started last year all the way back, what was it, in October when we met up in the East Coast, and I told them, I said, you know, hey, you go to Cabela's, you go to Bass Pro, there's not a lot of options when it comes to making bratwurst. Or I'm into charcuterie. That's the art of salted and cured meats. And I wanted them to come up with bratwurst seasoning, Italian sausage seasoning. So they're entering and we're testing phases with sausage seasonings right now. And the goal is that we will have product on the market by next hunting season. We'll be testing them all summer and giving some stuff away for some of our bigger sausage makers out there. I know my uncle is watching, and he does process his own deer. He does process all of his own meat. And he would be interested in that. And I think it would be awesome for people to go out, you know, get themselves a grinder, get themselves a few simple. I mean, you don't even need. You could have a sausage stuffer, but pepperoni seasonings and there's a product I like that's a German dried sausage, very much like a pepperoni. It's called a Landjager. We call them lime wranglers back at the Rubes up in Wisconsin, but Landjager is essentially a small version of a bratwurst, and they press them, and it has German seasoning in it. So look forward to seeing that, everybody, coming up. Landjager is Landjager. That's Landjager.
You were actually able to spell it. I was trying to. I can't get it.
I was. Landjager, Landjagers. Nice. And they are absolutely delicious. So that's something that people need to pay attention coming out in the future too.
I'm actually excited about that because we do our own sausage and stuff. We do deer and pork. So that would be perfect. That's awesome.
I just went up to New Hampshire for a hockey tournament for my daughter's team. I coach, and we went out to a restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant, he's a hunter, and he had grilled venison on the it was unbelievable. It was awesome. Absolutely loved it. Best meal I've had at a restaurant. And yeah.
Oh, that was I saw that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was kind of an interesting take too over the ravioli.
Oh, yeah.
What was the ravioli stuff with? Just mushroom stuff?
Mushroom, yeah, it was mushroom ravioli. Came with some. There was vegetables in there somewhere, but I couldn't even tell past the venison. I tell you, it was apples. They had sliced apples on there. It was great. It was really good. And I told the chef, if he does win, I will send him some Far Out Foods. But it was a good time. We lost the tournament. We won one game out of 3. We won 3-2. Our second game we won 3-2. The first game we lost 6-0. The last game we lost 7-0. But it was a good tournament nonetheless. You know, the girls tried really hard. We just we couldn't bring it to New Hampshire, unfortunately. This season's kind of a tough season hockey wise. We have
there's a lot of competition up there on the East Coast. I mean, everybody's a hockey player.
Yeah, it's hockey strong up here in New England. But yeah, this year our team we have a lot of girls that they're not sure if they want to play, so they played that last season, it seems like, and they just weren't too motivated. But you know, they tried. They tried, and it was just tough. It's so tough to lose. I hate losing. But you can blame the coach, I guess. That's what I do. But it was a good season. I enjoyed it. We have 3 weeks left, and then on to the next sport.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll do another 5-10 minutes or so. Let's give something else away. I like giving stuff away, Frank. I really like giving things away.
Most certainly. I think we should do another giveaway. Let's do another question. Let's talk a little bit about FFN.
Yes.
For people who are listening, they might be curious about what FFN is, and what they're likely to see coming out there. We probably could call it a night.
Yeah, we'll call it a night for our first episode on the Fishing Family Network. You're watching LKM Coast to Coast, and we're still working out the kinks. We should have scripted a little bit better this time around. That way, we would have been a little bit more content. We'll definitely make that up next week for sure. But yeah, LKM Coast to Coast. This is our very first.
So. FFN is the Fishing Family Network, and that's all outdoors all the time. So what you're likely to see, this is just our first show. Anybody who is interested in producing content, go ahead and let us know, and we will go ahead and consider putting your content on the channel. Also, if you're not interested in producing shows for yourself on your own YouTube and you're part of the fishing family, you could have a show on the FFN, the Fishing Family Network, if you're interested. Also, what you're likely to see is we're going to have LKM Outdoors, which is going to be our outdoors channel. We're going to be doing outdoors. So you're likely to see anything from or bushcraft. I think we had talked about going to Cowboy Coffee Chew and perhaps building a fish camp down by a river, and so that you're likely to see on LKM Outdoors. Sorry, I got people writing stuff in the background here. We also have stuff from the LKM Cup that you're likely to see. We're going to have a couple of cooking channels up here, right? I believe we're going to have
Making
Monster Meals.
Making Monster Meals.
Making Monster Meals.
Making Monster Meals. That is going to be a cooking show coming out soon. Hold on.
And also Lizard King Cooking, where we're going to just, the idea being is that we know how busy people are, and we know that people are outdoors people, and we're looking to essentially show people how to make delicious, simple meals to up the quality of their food game at home, and also jump maybe into the game market. So eventually, I'd be interested in putting up videos on perhaps to say how to process your own sausage. A lot of this stuff is simpler than people realize, and I think it'd be interesting to put these sort of things up on the channel for people to watch and see. I made a homemade shrimp Alfredo. And the shrimp Alfredo, outside of watching it on the stove, because you have to watch it simmer, but a couple of simple ingredients and some far out foods, lemon pepper seasoning. And I think it took me all of about 2 minutes. I had to sit at the stove and like stir it for a little bit. But as far as putting it together, I had something that would be a $20 plate in a restaurant in about 3 minutes. It was ridiculous. So I look forward to some of those things also coming out there. Also, of course, any and all adventures that you're likely to see from Lizard King and Monster will be coming up there too. You'll likely to see stuff coming up on my channel also on Lizard King Fishing. So, Brandi, do you have plans on getting another video up on soon here?
Actually, I have a video that is going to be up tomorrow. A little the 2019 goal challenge that I got challenged to do. So everyone's going to know all my goals for 2019. I am very excited for everybody to find out. Y'all are going to be shocked or amazed, both. I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I got that coming out tomorrow. I have the kids fish coming out probably on Sunday or Monday, and then I have an extra special video coming out soon because my sister-in-law is coming to visit me, and she has a YouTube channel as well. So we're going to be doing something together, get her into fishing.
Excellent.
Never really fished before, so it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm excited.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Let's do one last giveaway before we call it a night, because I have a Marty Mac custom crankbait. It's got the LKM on there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a monster mission?
That is an LKM cup.
Oh.
Custom crank from Marty Mac. It's got the trapper tackle hooks on there, so they're super sharp and they won't let those fish go. And I tell you, it's beautiful. It's got the rattle trap in it too. Beautiful.
Wow. Is anybody interested in winning themselves a collectible LKM cup?
You know what?
What is that? Rattle trap, crankbait.
Yep. Let's throw in some Suba baits.
What?
Seth. All right. We got some plastic.
Can I get in on this? I need some Suba baits.
Believe me, I know. These things are beautiful. Those are recycled plastics from Seth, Suba baits, and these things are just fantastic. Great quality.
Awesome.
He's a stud when it comes to pouring plastic. So we'll toss those in there as well. And we are going to toss in 2 cans Cowboy Coffee Chew. This stuff is delicious. So good. You can toss it on your Wheaties in the morning. It's that good. It's like dessert. And I tell you, it helps. Like a guy like me, I'm a dipper, all right? But I tell you, I slowed way down, and with this stuff right here. It makes it feel, you can put it between your cheek and your gum. It makes it feel like you're actually dipping, but it's 100% non-tobacco. You get a little boost of energy because of the coffee. And I tell you, it tastes so good that you just eat it afterwards. It's fantastic. So we'll toss in 2 cans of.
I believe it is a cup of coffee in a pinch.
In a pinch, yes.
In a pinch. In a pinch.
Right. How did I forget that one? All right. So cup of coffee in a pinch. You get 2 cans. You get the Suba baits, and you get the Marty's Lures custom LKM cup rattle trap crankbait. That thing is gorgeous. It's got the trapper tackle hooks on there. All right. So the question is, for the people that are watching, what is the fastest fish in the world? The fastest fish in the world.
Fish?
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah, we're not looking for cheetahs or anything. We're looking for fish. The fastest fish in the world.
Speaking of cheetahs, I like that Chester Cheetah guy.
Oh, that's a great story.
I love Chester Cheetah. He wears those high tops.
Yeah.
And he's so smooth. He's so smooth, you know? He's just a smooth operator.
He's styling.
Still looking for the... He is very stylish.
We got a winner. Who said that first? Both came in exactly the same time. Ed Seiler.
So back to the Chester Cheetah guy.
Sailfish. It's the Cosmopolitan Sailfish. And the thing goes roughly 68 miles per hour.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
The Cosmopolitan Sailfish. Ed, congratulations. You got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming. You got Suba baits, those recycled plastics from Seth. I tell you, these things are just beautiful. I looked at them, and they are just top quality. We got the Marty's Lures custom crank. It says LKM on there. Oh, yeah. It's a square bill, too. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Beautiful. It's got the trapper tackle on there, and you have a couple more cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew coming your way. Congratulations.
All right. Now, Ed's won 2 and Mike's won 2. We can't let it end like that.
Okay. All right. Are we giving out something else? Is that what you're saying? We're going to go to the
we can't let it end like that. I mean, somebody else has got to win something besides Ed and Mike.
All right. The first one, not Ed and Mike, wins.
11 people watch.
With 11 people watching, their odds are pretty damn good, you know.
All right. Here's what I got for y'all, folks. Who wants to win some next gen baits? Those are the next generation of baits out there. Yeah, who doesn't want to win some next gen baits? Look forward to a lot of great things coming out of next gen. They make photorealistic baits. This particular bait right here is a 5.5-inch lake whitefish. They have the most incredible action I've ever seen come out of a plastic. They have a patented Corningware rattle that comes with it. They also have an extra wide get hook that actually comes inside of the package. We're going to give a 5.5-inch wounded rattle shad right here away today. They've also partnered up and can't wait to actually start talking about it. I have to open a big package from them that they send me. They are partnering up with BioBaits. So for the rest of your plastic needs, they have also BioBaits that are going to be coming out too, and I can't wait to show some of that stuff. I have so many packages. Everybody stay tuned into my channel. I have stuff that's I got probably about 20 packages to open. I know y'all are interested. I know I will get to that stuff when I can, time permitting, of course. Mr. Hard Charger's already put up numbers. Where's the number?
Question. You want to do
all right.
question? That was good.
I have a number down here.
You got a number, huh?
Down here, and give me a number from 1 to 10, everybody. 1 to 10, and we will go ahead and raffle off that 5.5-inch wounded rattle shad and 2 cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. That's a cup of coffee and a pinch. This is not a tobacco product. This is coffee, cream, and honey, and it has a energetic boost in every pinch, and let me tell you, it does very much. So the numbers are coming out, and the winner of the next gen baits, that's a 5.5-inch wounded rattle shad and 2 cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew, is going to be, and here's the number written down by the wife. Number 2. The first number 2 is
fishing.
Blue Collar Fishing. Kelly from Blue Collar Fishing, you won yourself a 5.5-inch wounded rattle shad by Next Gen Baits and a couple cans of Cowboy Coffee Chew. Everybody look forward to putting up some videos about Next Gen and their collaboration with BioBaits. It's going to be some incredible stuff that's coming your way. One of the newest revelations for 2019 for Next Gen Baits. They're also, I've been talking with them along the sly. We've been talking with them in collaboration with Captain.
Justin,
you know, the Insane Giveaway. Are you familiar with the Insane Giveaway?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we've been talking with Captain Justin and Next Gen Baits, and they're trialing some ocean baits that are coming out. I look forward to trialing them out on the ocean, and I'm looking to jack pole some fish with these new baits that they're coming out. I'm looking to jack pull a tuna with the Next Gen Bait this year to kick off a potential saltwater bait that I'm trying. So that's some interesting stuff for other people who are coastal to look forward to, is that they're potentially going to stem out into some saltwater baits too. So interesting development that's coming along. So
absolutely, that would be amazing. Well, thank you.
Brandi might be interested in that since she's saltwater fishes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I am interested.
If you guys haven't checked out Brandi's Twitter page, her Twitter page is at Fishing Stripes. All right, that's her Twitter feed is at Fishing Stripes, and her YouTube channel is Fishing Stripes. So if you haven't already subscribed to her over on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. She's got some great content up there as well, and you know.
Yes, definitely. Come check me out.
Yeah, we'll be watching you, Brandi, for sure. And yeah, this is our first episode of LKM Coast to Coast. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We will be back here on Mondays. Next Monday
Thank you very much for having me, Monster. I really appreciate it.
This is really, really fun. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all let me come on again.
Absolutely not. But
that's
yes,
a question.
Great. No, just kidding.
That is a question we have to ask all of our guests at the end. Brandi, did you have fun?
Yeah. Hey, kid-free time. You can't go wrong with that, all right? You just can't go wrong.
That's correct.
I want to show you all what I got in the mail. Look. I got this in the mail today. It is from Steven from Feeder Creek. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, is that soap?
No, it is fly fishing flies.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. And I also got my my new rod in the mail, my fly fishing rod. So
nice. So you could be doing some fly fishing. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fly fishing also. Wow.
I can't fly fish to save my life, but the idea of
you
having
can't
a nice
fish
rod,
to save your life.
I can jerk around with the best of them. Let me just tell you.
No, hey, I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming with us tonight, Brandi. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about you, and I look forward to watching your YouTube channel and watching it grow. Put up some good content, will you?
Thanks for coming on tonight, Brandi. Really appreciate you coming on. Thank you, everybody out there who was watching tonight. I hope you had fun. This is just going to get better from week to week. Look forward to seeing actually some people that might be in this feed are going to be on LKM Coast to Coast. There's going to be all outdoors all the time. This is the FFN, that's the Fishing Family Network. And we really appreciate everyone's support here on YouTube and everyone's support on Twitter. This is the FFN on Twitter. There's a little shark icon right now. We're going to have a logo coming out soon. And we also do we have FFN on Twitter?
We don't. I don't think.
We don't?
Maybe we do.
Uh-oh. We better get that up soon.
Y'all need to work on that.
All right.
and of course, we're going to keep everybody abreast on how all the other projects are coming along. Eventually, there are just going to be some spectacular things coming out in the future. So really appreciate everybody's time, taking time out of their night to come and enjoy a little time with Monster, myself, and Brandi. Fishing Stripes on Twitter. You want to take it away there, Monster?
Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next week here on the Fishing Family Network.